All right, it's a big Red Friday show here on Better Kansas City. Chris Moon is a wife, a mother, sister, daughter, and friend. She was diagnosed with early stage cervical cancer, and she partnered with the leading gynecological oncology care team at University of Kansas Cancer Center for treatment and is now disease-free. The Chiefs are honoring her fight by making her the coin toss captain this weekend. And Chris joins us now along with Dr. Lori Spuzak, gynecologic oncologist, say that 3 times fast.
It's a mouthful. Yeah.
From the University of Kansas Cancer Center to share her story. So first off, Chris, congratulations on your fight and everything. But tell us your story about your diagnosis and how we got to where we are today.
Okay, so first of all, I guess this story is really about early detection. I never had any symptoms at all.
Really?
So being of an age, I was kind of on the schedule for having these pap smear screenings done on a regular basis. So late in 2016, I went in for my regular screening and they came back and they said we had an abnormal result. That could be potentially a precursor to something more serious. So they asked me to come back a few months later, which I did, and at that point, then they could see that there really was a problem. They did a biopsy, and then they referred me at that point to the University of Kansas.
And when you get that diagnosis initially, what's the first thing that runs through your mind? Because I think that's a hard word to say.
It's scary, and I'll tell you, it's a little unusual. I was 49 years old. It kind of hit me twice as hard because that's the age my father was when he was diagnosed with the cancer that eventually ended his life. And so it kind of hit me really hard because of that.
Yeah.
But Dr. Spuzak and the folks at the Cancer Center, they did a really great job of just very quickly kind of alleviating that fear.
And Doctor, tell us a little bit about her care plan that you set on with her, and then also January is a special month that you wanted to mention as well.
It really is. So first with Chris, when she came, it looked like her cancer was confined to her cervix, so on exam. So what is important about that is that sometimes there are cases where we can actually offer surgical options.
Yeah.
So we needed to get imaging called a PET scan, and what that does is it looks through the whole body to see if you have spread of your cancer. If you do not have spread, there are some cases where we can offer radical hysterectomy, which is what we were able to offer Chris. And our hopes with that surgery is to remove all of the disease.
And we're running out of time here, but what is January again? Tell us.
January is Cervical Cancer Prevention Month, and something that's super important is thinking about HPV vaccination, because the FDA just expanded vaccination eligibility from 9 to 45 years of age. And so for example, myself, I am now currently getting vaccinated.
Wow.
Because I actually missed the initial window because I was too old. And so if there's anything that we can say about cervical cancer prevention, it is please go with your kids and get vaccinated, yourself and your children.
And then again, of course, you are the Chiefs coin toss captain. Can you do me a favor on Sunday? When you go out there to the middle of the field, you get right up in Tom Brady's face and rattle his cage a little bit, okay? All right, well, we're excited to see you out there, Chris and Dr. Lori. Thank you. KCTV5, of course, is your home of the Chiefs. We've got all of your coverage on Sunday leading up to the big Patriots-Chiefs showdown at Arrowhead for the big AFC Championship game. Tune in to KCTV5 from 1 to 5 for our Road to the Atlanta pregame special. Kickoff is at 5:40.